beep beep, get off my feet.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, what's up, guys? We're here for our second video.
Yeah.
And we're gonna tell you like some of this, like how we met and the stuff we've done, and all this kind of good stuff.
Yep.
Okay. Well, in 6th grade,
Yeah.
we were both going to the same middle school and everything.
And he had to get off at my house because the bus didn't run his way.
Okay, we're missing a little bit right now.
No, not really. Like, because the other part, like, we met. Remember, we were like, hey, let's hang out, because we were like, hey, you're kind of cool. And I was like, I accept you into my life.
You accept me?
I accept you
Okay,
into my
well,
life. So, yeah, after that.
We
Yeah.
met through Cortland though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, shout out Cortland. Thanks for.
Yeah, Cortland. Thanks
Yeah.
for introducing us. Sorry, we have now ditched you.
Ooh, big words, bro. Ooh. Dictionary in his lap right now, just saying.
Cortland introduced us, and
Yeah.
ever since then we've just kind of, stayed together.
Chilling.
And when I first went up to his house, I was gonna go meet his parents.
Yeah.
That sounds weird, but we're gonna go meet his parents and
To
see
ask
if
if
we
we can hang out.
Yeah, we could hang out. And he had a big dog.
He wasn't that big. He was like moderate size. Like he was.
Okay,
he was my puppy.
Okay, remember I'm
me.
6 foot tall. His dog came up to about right
Oh,
here.
okay.
He was a big old dog,
Yeah.
and he was a German Shepherd,
He was my
and
baby.
he was their baby, like
Yes, love him.
their family, or he.
But he
babied
was
them.
very protective.
very, very protective.
So when he saw me running and he saw a white guy running next to me, he thought he was chasing me.
Yeah, he was like, oh my god, he's chasing him.
So out of the corner of my eye, all I see is a dart. I hear screams. I turn around and Luke's getting attacked.
And at the time, we weighed about 50 pounds less than we do now.
And he was not weak, so I kind of grabbed him by his collar, but he was dragging me, so I was like in a rodeo. Like,
Yeah, it was kind of like he was enjoying a rodeo,
Yes,
and I have scars on my butt.
Like my
actually.
other brother was like, well, look at what he's doing to Mitchell, and I weigh less than Mitchell. I'm not getting into that. So
Yeah, his other brother's taller
he
than
was
him
chilling.
by like 2 feet,
Straight
but
up.
is about this big around.
Yeah.
So he was just gone around too, and then Mitchell's dad came downstairs. And as soon as his dad opened that door, that dog jumped off me so quick.
That dog had some good butt whoopings.
that dog was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get you!" Oh, snap! Oh, and then-
I was never here.
I was
Don't
never
tell
here.
him nothing.
yeah, that was a crazy start to a friendship.
Yeah. I guess over his blood and bone and stuff. Like every time he usually gets hurt out of nowhere. Like one day they're coming to pick me up. Like 2 weeks later, his grandmother busts through the door carrying this dude up our steps. This dude was choking on a spring. Somehow he gets a spring cut in his throat.
Okay, I was playing with one of those pin springs, and it wasn't just a regular spring like those little tiny ones. It was one of those Super Duty pins, so it was like a spring like this big. And I was sitting there, and I was talking, because I talk a lot, and I was bending a spring. I was bending it backwards. I did this. I looked down, and it shot out. And as soon as it shot out, it went straight down my throat. And so I'm like struggling here, like not even able to breathe. And my grandma comes, she grabs me, and we start running inside.
Nah, she carried you inside.
She basically carried me. And Mitchell's not even knowing what's going on. He's like, "What's going on?" She's like, "He's choking. Get him some water."
Water now.
So I took down some water, fixed that. That was another bad thing. But good thing about us is on the bus there were a lot of kids. And
oh my goodness.
So the whole middle school and high school side was way overcrowded. We had to fit like 3 or 4 to a seat. And me and Mitchell were luckily in band.
Yeah, thank God for band.
Thank God for being a band
think
nerd. Nobody's ever said that in their life.
No,
but thank
other
God
than
for
Nick
being-
Cannon and Drumline, that's kind of helped his career out a little
Yeah, it
bit.
really did. I almost see the movie.
I don't
again.
know, this movie wasn't that really good. I mean, thanks to Mariah.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.
Anyway.
And we would always sit, like, I played saxophone, he played trumpet. Our cases were about the same size. So what we'd do is we'd set them to the side or in the middle, and then people would be like, "Can I sit there?" We're like, "Nah, man, we got instruments."
Sorry, they're like a person to us.
Well, the bus driver lady was like, "Y'all got to move them. You need seats." So every time she'd look, we'd be like, "Oh yeah, they're right here. They're out of the way and all this good stuff." As soon as she turned around, nope, seat's taken.
Sorry.
It was bad. But,
Yep.
Man. we thought it was a good idea to make smoke bombs.
They were the best.
They were really fun.
We get a box,
yeah.
a big box, and you get a bunch of pine straw, and you fill that box with pine straw. For y'all out there who don't burn pine straw makes a really good smoke. And if you get a bunch of that, put it in a box, somehow have oxygen still be able to get to that box, you can use that and make smoke. Well, one day we were make such a big smoke bomb, it was out of like a humongous box that like big stuff comes into. Big stuff.
Like,
yeah, we decided, hey, let's act like we're like SWAT team, and we're gonna put this in his treehouse, and he's gonna be in the treehouse with it.
yeah.
So
Well, we had smaller boxes to start out with. Like, we had little tiny boxes, and we were like, let's try these first.
they worked out pretty
They
good.
they worked out amazingly. We were just trying to smoke screen, and there was tons of smoke everywhere and all this kind of stuff.
Yep.
Oh, then everything came crashing down in one swift motion of me picking up. Okay, anyway, I'll tell the rest of the story. He lit it, and I was inside, not thinking. I was inside.
I wasn't fitting it.
And so I'm spazzing out, and the box ends up catching on fire. Like, instead of just smoking, the whole thing is engulfed in flames.
So all I see is Luke jump out of a window and just dip. So I'm like, what's going on? I open the door, fire. Close the door really quick. Me and Luke go into total fire, man. And he leaves. So I'm thinking he's going to grab the box and try to run it out somewhere. This dude grabs the box and throws it directly behind him. Just so happened, I'm directly behind him.
The door was back there. It's just that he just so happened to be in the way.
Because, a healthy friend would try to help.
I will say that it worked on his ninja skills.
Ooh, yes.
Immensely.
My goodness.
Like,
Cat-like reflexes.
I've never seen a guy hit a box
my
away
goodness.
that quickly. It was absolutely
Well, there were
entertaining.
under stressful circumstances,
But-
like my face getting.
Yeah, but then we had to stop because my grandma was like, guys, it's smoking me out of my own garden. Y'all
That's
need
awesome.
to stop. We
Hey.
were like,
Hey, it has smoked vegetables that night. They tasted pretty
yeah,
good. Thank you, Miss
smoked
Sam.
vegetables. Hey, would you rather smoke boxes or smoke marijuana?
Stay off them drugs.
Yeah, stay on the drugs.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Okay, anyway.
Vegetables are made to be eaten, not cooked.
Anyway, and
Yeah.
we would go to band camp, and God, it sucked.
Oh,
we have had to run so many laps
So
at
many
band
laps.
camp. It's just not even funny
Oh
anymore.
no, she helped them calf muscles out.
Oh yeah, man.
Ooh.
That's why I'm so skinny.
Man, yeah. You had to run.
Oh yeah, I had to run
Oh,
at
she
least
hated you.
at least 2 miles every
Oh.
day because I was such a smart aleck there. It was so bad. Anyway,
Well, I mean, you would look smart to a dumb person, so think about it.
yeah,
Roasted.
like roasted vegetables.
You don't know
Yeah,
what we're talking about. You should watch the video from the beginning.
yeah. Watch it from the beginning. Anyway, then this last school year at Lincoln, we were in band camp, and it was like the last day of band camp. Like, it was the last week of band camp. My grandma comes and tells us, "You're not even going to school here anymore. You have no point in being here." This is after like 3 straight weeks of band camp, and band camp is not for the weak, man. I'm telling you, people are like, "Oh, band's nothing." That's not bull crap.
Especially if you have to hold a trumpet
I'm telling you,
in
man.
attendance.
You have to sit out there in the heat
I'm
this whole
black.
time.
I ain't trying to look like Wesley Snipes. No offense to Wesley Snipes, because he banking, but I ain't trying to be that black, okay?
And I'm white.
It's
I
hot.
burn it easy. So we're out there, man. It's like 100-degree weather, man. You got some of the majorettes throwing up. What's her face throw up? Kayla threw up.
Pukes
Not the
everywhere.
Kayla from my ex's video, but
No,
a different older Kayla.
Yeah.
She threw up, man.
Ugh.
All these people are getting sick. There's people having to sit down from being so sick. And
Those
we have
were
to,
the weak.
we have to practice from like
Right.
what with the hours? We have to practice like
Oh my
7
goodness.
hours a day.
You know how many Katy Perry songs I had to memorize for
Yeah,
trumpet?
God.
Who
Oh.
chooses Katy Perry for a marching
Yeah,
band?
we
Period?
had some of the worst
Come
songs
on.
for a marching band
Oh
I've
my
ever seen,
goodness.
man. And we had to memorize these things and memorize where to go on the field. And it's all sorts of bull crap.
Okay. Anyways, because that's bringing me down.
Yeah.
My hype is here.
And
I want to be here.
we liked Lincoln. Don't get us wrong. But,
Yeah, it was pretty
you know,
chill, but
I was a nobody at Lincoln, so I didn't really care if I left or not.
same here.
So
I did have older brothers though that kind of set the way for me because they like paved their initials into the school's heart.
yeah, we basically had each other though. That was
Yeah.
about it. So We go to this school called Hope.
Hope, yeah.
And we're going from a school with about 400 kids in just the middle school to 80 kids in the entire school, kindergarten through seniors, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And we started out like we were just kind of sitting there. Like, I'm glad he went with me. That made a big difference. I was originally going to go by myself, but then our grandparents started talking, and we started talking.
My parents.
What did I say?
Our grandparents.
His
grandparents, my parents. He's kind of word wise kind of slow.
I'm tired right now. It's
like
like
we went to Hope Academy, and this is moments where we hung out. Why are we talking about school and stuff?
Oh, because this leads up to a lot of things that we have done.
Yeah.
Because if we had not changed to the school together, we would not be doing half the crap that we've done.
So true, so true. Okay, so here's the stuff we did thanks to moving to Hope Academy.
Yeah.
We got suspended for something we didn't do.
Oh, crap. Yeah,
a boy decided to throw eggs at a car, and he asked us before. I said, it's none of my business. Do what you want to do.
I was busy cooking. We were in cooking class.
Yeah.
On Fridays, we get to choose our classes. We chose cooking.
Well, used to. I can't say that now. Thanks a lot, Economy and Hope Academy.
Yes.
Horrible spending.
Anyway. And this kid, he's like, yo, I'm going to throw an egg at this teacher's car. We're like, none of our business.
Go for it, I guess.
If you want to, go ahead, man.
Apparently, that was manipulating him because he wasn't smart enough to think on his own.
That is exactly what the principal said. She said that you are too smart, and this kid he does not have the brain capacity to think on his own.
Y'all manipulated him.
Are
we talking about people or dogs right now?
Yeah, she made him sound like a total dog. So we get suspended.
Yes.
And I was worried my grandparents were gonna care at first, but then they heard the reason and they were just like,
my mom was like, don't call me and waste my time during work. So I mean,
yeah, well, they didn't tell my grandma the full reason yet till I got with her, and she was like, why'd you get suspended? I'm like, oh, because a guy threw an egg at a car, and she said that we manipulated him into throwing it.
Anyways, getting off subject, another thing we did was we had this friend named Sean Paul Dukes, and actually him and Sean Paul really weren't really good friends until I kind of introduced them. And we started hanging out, and Sean Paul had a lot of 4-wheelers and UTVs. He used to go riding.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Oh my goodness, so much fun. And one day, because his 4-wheelers weren't in the best shape sometimes.
Lots of weathering, lots of riding.
Yeah, and they would break down. And one day, Luke's had broke down, and I was gonna pull him up his driveway right in front of his house.
Okay, my driveway goes like this. It's a super
easily
stupid,
about
steep driveway.
45 degrees.
It's 50, 60.
Steep. Oh my
it's
goodness.
steep.
Yes.
It's really super.
Insane.
We're not good with degrees,
Who pays attention in math? Come on. When are we gonna need to know what?
We're at the very, but like we've done this whole trip.
Yeah.
We get to the very bottom of my driveway. My 4-wheeler breaks down. So I'm standing in front of mine, gonna grab the rope and tie it around mine.
Well, my 4-wheeler I'm using had transmission problems. I throw it in the drive. Oh my goodness! It didn't even have brakes.
Oh yeah, that was the big issue right there. It had no brakes
at the front. No, sketchy. Okay, well that's gonna be our next part of the sketchiness of that 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
So we're riding and he breaks down. So I decide I'm gonna pull him. So I throw it in reverse to pull up so he can tie up.
Yeah.
Thinking I threw it in drive to pull up somehow it got into reverse. Transmission problems. I promise you, I saw.
Yeah, it's really hard to shift. And I saw the D.
Yeah. Anyway,
I saw the D.
Talking about the 4-wheeler here, guys.
Yeah.
And when I threw it into drive, it went into reverse. I slammed it, and when I slammed it, it slammed him between his.
I just got smashed in between 2 4-wheelers. Like I want to cry so bad, but I can't cry. But then karma got him because he burned himself on the exhaust so bad.
Oh my goodness! I still actually have some of the burn on my arm. You really can't see it because this camera and this light right here.
Oh yeah, we're using a lamp.
Yes, a lamp. But hey, and then another time, since there were no brakes, we had this thing we call the hill.
The hill.
Hill. A real hill, not a little slope, not a little bump. A hill. And when you're hitting this at high speeds, because for some reason this guy had the need for speed because he knew he had brakes, so he would hit this full speed, and me trying to keep up with him, I would hit it full speed. When we got towards the bottom, he would actually be able to brake, I only have back brakes, and the tires have no tread on the back.
Oh no, the tread on these things, he hasn't changed the tires since he got them, so the tread is like this big, maybe.
They were racing slicks pretty
Oh,
much.
yeah, racing
Easily
slicks.
do burnouts. And,
Racing
yeah.
slicks.
So I slam the brakes and turn the wheel. I go straight sideways. There's a huge drop off. One wheel goes into the drop off. I throw it in 4-wheel drive really quick. Thank God it's only a switch, not anything unnecessary. You got to stop it. I pull out. I pray. I thank God. And I never go down that hill full
I
speed.
literally, I just realized what story you were talking about. This whole time, I was like, the hill.
Oh man, the
What
hill.
hill?
What
I
did we
remember
do
what hill.
on that hill?
That hill was crazy.
That hill was sketchy.
Um,
Straight sketchy.
Fireworks.
Love 'em.
We are huge on
Oh,
fireworks.
anything
Sometimes
that
it is not the best
explodes,
idea.
catches fire, makes noise, goes kaboom, have to have it.
Have to, absolutely. But they're expensive. But we have no money, so
Yeah,
that kind of sucks.
yeah.
So we rely on other people.
Thank God for parents.
But
Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Yeah,
Shout out.
thank you very much. Shout out, Grandma, Grandpa,
Shout
and
out.
Mom. You
Yeah,
got me
yeah.
some fireworks.
Yeah.
Dad, still
Woo.
waiting on my fireworks.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got those big. Like you're supposed to put these in tubes and light it, and it's supposed to shoot up in those really big ones. Well, we're stupid and we don't listen to that.
Nah.
So what we do is we just hold them like grenades and light them and throw them.
Why
So
not?
one time, God, what was it? I can't even remember.
I remember.
No, one time. I don't know if yeah, you were there.
When.
We tied like 4 of them together.
Yeah, that was a horrible idea.
That was-
Mainly because they didn't even go off at the same time. The woods was just.
Oh
I
yeah,
was out.
we have
Almost
a hole
burned
in
down
my
the wood.
woods, like back behind my treehouse. There's a hole
In my woods.
In my
Where-
woods. I claim them as my woods.
Yes.
There's like a random hole. I still don't know why we have it, but there's just a hole in the ground. So that's where we throw the fireworks. Well, there's a lot of dead leaves in there. Lots of dead leaves out of it. We're not planning. And
Broken old wood.
it
Falling
was
down
so
trees.
bad.
More recent stories though. Actually, literally not even a month ago, it was the 4th of July. You all know about that.
It was.
Me and him, my dad bought us some
That
fireworks.
wasn't a month ago. Wow.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That was this month.
Yeah, it's insane.
Forgot it was
So
July.
we decided there's this one thing we should do is you light it and it's supposed to shoot 1,000 times. Me and Luke, being two smart guys, we decided to set it right beside my house and light it.
Oh yeah, it's one of those ones that you light it and it's.
It went boom, boom, boom.
Oh god, it was bad.
We ran like there was no tomorrow.
Like, if you ever think Hussein or however you want to say
Usain
it,
Bolt?
yeah, Usain Bolt runs fast. You should see us when we get scared. It's,
Oh my goodness,
Like
it's
we
insane.
make him look slow.
Track stars.
Like, well, he's better in cornering.
Ooh,
Like,
I'll
if we
murder
ever
him.
go to Walmart, it sucks because he does this thing where he'll make some random beep boop noises
Beep boop.
and then like takes
3,
off
2,
like sprinting in between all these aisles and stuff.
Fun.
And I can't find him. I'm starting to now that he's a little bit taller.
Mhm.
He doesn't look like it right now, but I'm sitting on a cushion. He's
Yeah, I
not.
noticed that. It's like, give the tall person something.
The metal frame on this object that we were sitting on hurts really bad,
Mm-hmm.
so I have to use this. Matt, and then one time we had bottle rockets. We had tons of bottle rockets, and his dad was asleep. And we have M90s,
M90s, and we had a M80s.
M90s, M80s, and not firecrackers.
What else?
Firecrackers. That reminds us of one. Me and Mitchell were home alone one night, and this is all within the same few nights.
Yeah.
We had 1,000 count firecracker, like one of those big old round things. We're like, oh, let's just light this all together. Not even thinking. We're just like, let's light this. That's all we're thinking. So we set it up near his house, like right beside his house.
This is the story I just told. The fire and the boom boom.
No, that's a different one.
That's the same one.
No, but we didn't say it very specifically.
Okay. No, okay, so back to storytelling. Let's get off fireworks. What else have we done stupid? We've done many things. It's sad that we have to think about it.
Starting fires. We always try to start fires. We always start it, and then as soon as we start it, we are so tired and bored and hungry, we just leave it.
Yeah.
Like 3 hours of work just
like
gone.
sorry, Smokey the Bear. We've left a couple going.
Sorry, Smokey.
We like build holes around it and stuff. Like Hey, I was there when the
We're
Wolves got
prepared.
fired.
Yeah, we got it prepared.
Sometimes we just run and scream and call for help. It works though.
Okay, here's another one. I'm wondering if we should cut this into 2 videos.
Yeah, we should.
Okay, we're gonna cut this into 2 videos.
Running too much time.
Way
Sorry,
too
guys.
much time. Y'all are probably gonna get bored by this time, but I really hope not.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
we will
gotta
talk
keep
to you in
your
the next
attention.
episode.
We have a secret code. It's Mitchell and Luke are awesome, or Luke and Mitchell's awesome. Say that code. We know you watched the whole video.
Yeah, comment that. We know you watched the whole thing. Or like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you. Wait, I just said comment that. Okay,
Yeah.
anyway, see you in the next
Do what you
video
wanna
in
do.
about 30
See
seconds.
ya.
Deuces.